What the fuck? Those were the words that pounded in my head as well as in my chest throughout the entire duration of episode 22 of Mushoku Tensei. At first, it was because of the unnerving pressure of the Hydra. Motherfucker got about 15,000 heads, a barrier that blocks magic at long range, and general fucking bloodlust. But the sight of Zenith's sleeping and trapped body causes Paul to snap and lock the fuck in. In fact, the whole party locks in, and that results in a beautifully animated fight. The movements are crisp, the slices are clean, the magic just looks gorgeous. And whoever's the voice actor of Rudy has got to get an award for this performance. Everyone's acting was great, but this motherfucker actually popped off when Rudy stuck his arm in the Hydra's eye. Everything just comes together perfectly. But you know what came apart this episode? This dude Paul's body being split in two by the Hydra. And it gets even worse because of the context surrounding this. See, before Rudeus embarked on his journey to find Zenith, Hitagami hit him up and told this man he was a regret going on this voyage. Not only that, he tells him to get with one of the cat ladies. I mean, the audacity of this guy to try and divide such a dignified and loyal. And here's the real kicker. Hitagami isn't wrong. Paul dies here because of Rudeus. He pushes him out the way and suffers the consequences. And holy shit, it makes for a truly heartbreaking moment. And it sucks because I really like Paul as a character. He's kind of a jackass, to be honest. He's a real lustful man who cheated on his now pregnant wife with his maid, who he also impregnates. Zero discipline, zero self-control, zero morals, and most of all, zero pull-out game. But he still had enough charisma to be a general likable character on screen. He's a funny, goofball dad who occasionally drops some genuine nuggets of wisdom. All that disappears in part 2. Paul, after the teleportation disaster happened, is a shell of a man he was. In other words, this man is down in the fucking dumps. The first interaction he has with his only son after years of being apart ends in catastrophe because of his own bitterness. But why I like this character is because of what he does after. He examines his actions. He realizes that what he truly fears is simply the death of his child. And he should be grateful he came back to him. The emotional maturity to apologize when he has done something wrong is more than enough for me to appreciate this character. And even around his death, in the scene right before they re-enter the Hydra dungeon, Paul showcases an amount of maturity no one present expected him to have. Paul is a flawed man. A dude who has fucked up countless times, but every time he does, he follows up with a truly admirable act. Reflection. And to know this man will never get a second chance to reconcile his regrets, to see his wife healthy and alive, it sucks. And this death causes Rudeus to return to his old self. He shells up in his room and refuses to see anyone. Now this is kind of implied in the anime but fully explored in the light novel, and this is actually the biggest complaint I have. The cut content, while a thing that happened in other seasons and episodes, is especially crucial here for me. It's pretty much impossible to fully adapt the light novel in full in a season of anime. For one thing, the novel constantly switches between different points of views, allowing the reader to see the thoughts of everyone, a feat not ideal for anime because it would just take too much time. For example, Roxy has a whole subplot in the novel which leads up to that scene in episode 23, and it's an important one, might I add, because it really fleshes out her reasoning and motivations for what she did. And this lack of existence in the anime kind of hurts the emotion behind Roxy's moves a bit. But that's just all beside the point. Let's look at the anime as an anime only. The reflection Rudeus goes through at the beginning is gut-wrenching. Regrets and sorrow are perched on his shoulders as he laments Paul's death and the repercussions of it. That scene at the beginning of the episode where Rudeus compares his past life and his parents then to now, saying that he regrets not really being in tune with his folks back then. I mean, that is just so heart-wrenching. It's also sad how Rudy describes his relationship with Paul, saying that he never truly felt like his child, but Paul never doubted he wasn't. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Peace.